Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Stephanie Bree, and today I'm asking the question, is it okay for queer people to not like queer art? So, this comes up all the time. I have a lot of LGBTQIA friends. A lot. I am LGBTQIA myself. I am a transgender, biromantic, asexual, queer woman. So, I'm in a T for T same sex, same gender relationship. I'm transgender female. My partner is transgender female. My girlfriend is transgender female. So I'm in the queer family. I am on the rainbow spectrum. As I'm as rainbow as you can get. I do enjoy queer representation in films and music and everything else, TV, etc. And I do consume queer media. I produce queer media, queer content. That's what this channel and my other channels are. So, yes, I do believe queer people absolutely can consume and appreciate queer art. Absolutely, 100,000%. My favorite podcast, which, to be fair, the only podcast I listen to anymore, is Friday the 13th. It is a queer podcast. It's two gay guys talking about horror movies. So, there's that. I do watch a lot of what I will say are queer content creators on YouTube. Some of them are bisexual, some of them are asexual, some of them are gay, some of them are bisexual, or some of them are lesbian, some of them are trans, masculine, trans feminine, non-binary, the whole spectrum. Pretty much everybody. But that's not all I watch. And if you have been following this channel for a while, you may remember I used to produce a lot of queer content that was literally queer topics. I would talk about things that were important to queer people, political things that were important to queer people. I had a show called The Trans Station where I would interview other trans people. I've deleted all of that content. Now you're probably wondering what happened. I'm not going to get into the what happened, but I'm going to say this much. I got tired of being labeled as a trans person, as a gay person, as a queer person, as an LGBTQ person. Yes, I am. That's not all I am. You know, I'm a horror fan. I want people to respect my horror opinions based on my knowledge of horror and my experience with horror. I don't want them to just watch my channel because I'm trans. I don't want it to just be like, oh, that's the trans horror reviewer, let's watch her. I like other things. I like toys. I like comic books. I like video games. I like Dungeons and Dragons. I like computers. Um, you know, these are the things that are interesting to me. I have gotten to a point where I don't want to talk about queer things on my channel, on my blog, or on my social media. And I'm not saying I don't want to interact with other LGBTQ people, but what I am saying is I don't want to be defined by my sexuality, by my gender. I want to be more than that. I want to be a whole person. If you're a horror fan, I want you to see me as a horror fan, not as a trans horror fan, as a horror fan. Full stop. If you're a toy collector, I want you to see me as a toy collector. If you're a video game nerd, I want you to see me as a video game nerd. If you're a comic book fan, I want you to see me as a comic book fan. If you're a D&D gamer, I want you to see me as a D&D gamer. I don't want you to have to plug in LGBTQ or trans or queer or gay or whatever in front of that. And that's where I am with my content. I want to watch horror videos, and I don't want to limit myself to just those who are themselves in the LGBTQ spectrum. But I also don't want to watch ones who are anti us either. So things get a little bit complicated in that respect because every fucking buddy is anti-trans. Even a lot of gay people are anti-trans, lesbians are anti-trans. It's fucking ridiculous how anti-trans every fucking buddy is. So there's a part of me that does want to consume friendly content and support other trans people. But there's also a part of me that's like, I'm not going to watch a YouTube channel just because they're trans if all they do is talk about trans stuff. There was a trans woman who I used to watch that I don't watch anymore, who that was it. That was her whole content. It was making fun of the straights. That was literally all she did. And I got tired of that. I'm like, I don't really find this interesting. I don't find it helpful. I don't need to see this. I know they suck. I don't need to be reminded they suck. And then there was another trans man who did the same exact content that I stopped watching for the same exact reason. I am not going to name or identify the queer content creators that I do follow or whose media I do consume. I'm just going to say there are some, but there are some that aren't. I don't let that be. For me, it's not, oh, this person's trans, I need to watch them. It's, is this person good? Okay. Oh, they're trans? That's cool. It needs, to me, it needs to be, it doesn't need to be a part of their identity. It just needs to be just who they are. That's just a part of who you are. But it shouldn't be your whole identity. I'm saying this to other, if you're a trans person and you are watching this video, I want you to be a whole person. Don't just tell people you're a trans person and then live in the trans bubble. Yes, support other trans people. We need that. We need to lift each other up, and we need to, say good things about each other, and we need to help each other out. But at the same time, if you like talking about baseball and you want to watch YouTubers who talk about baseball, you don't have to only watch gay YouTubers who talk about baseball or trans YouTubers who talk about baseball. You don't have to. It is okay. It's not only is it okay to watch content that isn't produced by queer people, it's okay not to like queer content. I'm in that camp. When I want to watch a movie, I don't even ask if there's any queer representation in it or not. If there is, thumbs up, good for you. If there isn't, I don't fucking care. It doesn't matter to me because I know the numbers are going. We're 3% of the population. I'm not saying we should be 3% of the representation, but if we were only 3% of the representation, I'm good with that because we're 3% of the population, give or take. The numbers fluctuate, but I'm not good at math, so let's just say in that ballpark. Do I need to see queer representation? Trans representation? No, I don't. I can watch I can watch Friends, and I can watch Ross and Rachel, and I can root for Ross and Rachel, and I'm not sitting here saying, gee, I wish one of them was gay. I don't need that. It's nice to have it when we do have it, and we do need more of it for those people who do need it. Some people do need that. I just don't, and you don't have to either. It's good if you do, but it's okay to not. It is okay to not need queer representation in your media or in your art. It's good to have, and if you do appreciate it, it's good. It's a good thing, and we want more of it for those who need it, but not everybody needs it.